and some really nice. Ow! And she just bit my arm. Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Ronald Damp, and this is my channel on herpetoculture. Today we're going to be looking at all my animals, not all my animals, but all my holdbacks from Ike and Irene. Irene's a pearl phase Brazilian Rainbow Boa, and Ike is a hypomelanistic Brazilian Rainbow Boa. So they produced, or Irene produced, gave birth to a litter of, I think, 13. Some were sold. I did hold back 5 of them with 2 males and 3 females. My hopes to breed them together and get the end result. Good news is also I have Ike paired up with Mona and Janine, and Irene. They all appear to be gravid. Irene's a little questionable. I didn't see any tail wraps, but I did for sure see continuous tail wraps with Janine and Mona. So hopefully I will have some babies by August, and hopefully be attending the Pomona Super Reptile Show, the Reptile Super Show, and getting a booth, a table, and displaying my animals and selling them. So keep my fingers crossed. If I don't make the August show, I will be attending the January show. All right, let's take a look. I'm gonna go ahead and show you all of my holdbacks from from Irene and Ike. All right, here's the first one. This is a female. Now, you will see some differences in some of these snakes. For some reason, the pearl phase the pearl phase rainbow boa is a recessive trait, but for some reason it does show visual markers, meaning that it doesn't display the whole gene with the offspring, but it does almost like, you kind of like, maybe think of it as like a partial visual of the gene itself. So, for example, she's not a real good example. She is kind of lighter in coloration. So I wanted to make sure I had at least two and two of each, 2 females, 2 males. I ended up having 3 females and 2 males. That's fine, because that's my goal, is to produce pearl hypomelanistic Brazilian Rainbow Boas. I've seen one before, and they're pretty cool. And so that's kind of like my project. It's already been done, but however, there's not a lot of them out there from what I know. So I want to try to produce some really nice looking snakes. And then eventually maybe even tie one more gene into it. We'll see. See the sides of her. She does have almost pearl on her side crescents here, but not quite. She has some interesting patterns. They're growing quickly. Here's a male. Okay, so look at this one, guys. You now see how light he is. Pretty typical coloration of a pearl phase rainbow boa, and you see his side crescents. Look at those. They're almost all pearl except for a little tiny black dot in some of them, but not all of them. So that's what you call a visual marker. That's how I knew I could tell. I could see the mom. I could see Irene in these animals. Her recessive trait was, I guess you call it, leaking out, even though it's recessive. Got me. All right, this is a female, and she's in shed. Not doing. On this one, for some reason, she's real sensitive to regurgitation. I don't know why. She seems healthy. I don't see any respiratory illnesses or I mean, I don't know. Maybe she's just sensitive to large meals. Not large meals, just normal meals. So I've been feeding her little tiny meals, and you can tell her weight she does not have as much weight on her as the other ones do. But she did keep one down, but she regurgitated the other one last week. And these were like hoppers. I mean, so I gotta keep an eye on her and see what's going on. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. If she loses any more weight, I'm gonna have to go take a vet trip and see what's going on. So, do not know. I think she'll be okay though. But she's hungry, she eats. Just doesn't like to keep it down, so I gotta feed her really small prey items. Not a whole lot, so I don't know what it is. This female here, this is the female that I'm the largest of the snakes out of the litter. And that's why I kept her. And a really nice looking snake too. So she should be, I'm hoping to get her to size by next year, but that's pretty wishful thinking. But maybe, we'll see. She is really pretty. She doesn't have the same visual markers on the crescents for the pearl. She's got a lot of black in her crescents, but she is like a very high orange coloration, which is why I held her back. She's got some really cool pattern and some really nice, ow! And she just bit my arm. It's a nice visual, some high oranges. I hate when snakes do that. You're trusting them, and they go over to your arm and and they take a nip at you. Scares you. It scares you. I see me jump oh. Anyways, so yeah. So hopefully she will breed. I'm gonna get her to size next year or the year after. No more biting. Now let's put her back. And this is the male, the biggest male of them all. I plan on breeding him to the female I just showed you there. He'll be ready next year. He's almost as big as her, just a little bit smaller. But the males can breed. They can breed earlier. I mean, they can do their thing earlier than a female can. A female has to support babies and be of size to be able to do that. Males just need to be mature enough to produce sperm. So, why don't you do the same thing? He's got some cool markings. Yeah, I think he'll be ready next year for sure. All right, that's it, guys. Just wanted to show you my all my holdbacks and my breeding project. That is my breeding project right now. This is pearl hypomelanistic Brazilian Rainbow Boas. So cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And remember, make today count and have fun doing it. Later.